It's round 2 of the 2018 Daytona DMAX Lights Heats Championship, and welcome to PF International, the biggest circuit on our calendar and indeed in the country. We didn't expect to come here like this though. Snow around the circuit today, very tricky offline. If you look at the circuit, it's actually okay on the actual circuit itself, but if you have an off, you'll see the trails coming off on the exit of turn 1, exactly where we've had people going off today, and the edges of the circuit down here on the straight bend. You can see if you go into that slush and bring that onto the circuit, it really does make it tricky for everyone else. Now coming into this round, Jack O'Neill leads the championship from Ben Leslie and Zach Swanell. Jack with 107 points, Ben with 99 points and Zach with 93 points. Two drivers struggling though with work to do. Max O'Shaughnessy, he's down in 8th place at the moment, and Cameron Noble had an absolute disaster at round 1. He's all the way down in 12th. So we're going to be looking for those two to try and make up some ground this weekend. Let's go straight into the final and see what happens.
Lights final, out onto track. Let's get straight into the grid. Cameron Khan and Andy O'Neill, row 1. Ben Leslie and Jack O'Neill, row 2. Then it's Sam Lovelace and Cameron Noble, row 3. Max O'Shaughnessy and Dante Dillon will be on the 4th row, rounding out the top 10. Zach Swanell and Charlotte Manton. Evram Gula and Fraser Brunton are just outside of the top 10 on row 6. Then it's Matthew Bees and Boyd Wayne Jr., Sam Barrett and Dylan Bell, James Barnard and Mark Bellamy. Ollie Manton on his debut is just inside the top 20 and has Stephen Westwood to his outside. Then it's Alistair Roy and Charlie Fenton. Well, in terms of the heats, Charlotte Manton comfortably took the win and the fastest lap in the opening heat from Ben Leslie and Cameron Khan. Khan then went on to take the win in heat 2 from Jack O'Neill and Andy O'Neill. And then it was Andy O'Neill who won the 3rd heat from Cameron Noble and Sam Lovelace. So, well, who's going to take the win? Judging by that, you'd say it's going to be a straight fight between Khan and O'Neill, but Andy, that is. But let's see what happens. Ben Leslie, of course, had a 2nd in that opening heat. Jack O'Neill was 2nd in the 2nd heat, and Lovelace was inside the top 3 in the 3rd heat and went well here last year as well. So
here we go then, round 2. It's the heat final for the lights for Daytona DMAX 2018. Great start for Cameron Khan, straight into the lead. Zach Swanell's fighting in there as well. They're all going to make it through the first couple of corners and up into the banking for the first time. But yes, Cameron Khan hits the front straight away. That's just the start that he wanted, Chris.
Yeah, and around the outside, Andy O'Neill's going to take 2nd place. That's Ben Leslie in 3rd place. Jack O'Neill looks to be in 4th place. 5th place is Zach Swanell. Oh, and Ben Leslie's off and he spun. Well, he was too far to the inside of the circuit coming down the hill, and he's taken a spin all the way round, and now he is parked on the grass. Zach Swanell's gone through to 2nd place, meanwhile down at hairpin 2, and the two O'Neills are line astern, 3rd and 4th, with Andy leading Jack.
Well, what drama here. Ben Leslie, one of the contenders in the championship, already out of this final. He'll be absolutely gutted about that, but he'll just have to move on to the next round at Rye House to get some of those points back. Meanwhile, front of the order, Cameron Khan has hit the front. He's converted this pole position into a good lead at the end of lap 1.
Across the line he goes, and the official gap is 1.4 seconds. So that's Leslie, who was 2nd in the championship coming into this race. He's going to lose quite a lot of positions now due to that, and will probably finish right at the back. And that is Fraser Brunton,
It is indeed.
Yeah, so Fraser Brunton also went off on the exit of the bridge and recovers just about in front of the leaders, but he's going to drop all the way to the back of the field as well, Andrew. And it's all the snow that's come onto the track has caught 1 or 2 drivers out.
Swanell got involved.
Zach Swanell, yeah. Who else was caught out? There was 1 or 2 delayed. What's that done to the lead gap? It's made it come down, definitely. I think Andy O'Neill may have been caught out there.
Fraser Brunton keeps out the way. That's very, very calm and level-headed driving. As who's that off? I think it's Matt Bees.
That's Matthew Bees.
I think it's Matthew Bees is off and in the tyres. Oh, this is not the first time that Bees has been off.
Is that Fraser Brunton off again, is it?
It is.
I think he's just trying to keep out the way, in fact. I think that's all it is. I think he's just trying to go on the outside of the track to keep out the way, but Matthew B's off. And I think we may see something similar next time they come down to that hairpin.
Yeah, well, that's not what the doctor ordered for Matthew B's. He'll not be too happy about that at all. He's had a tough day out there. Meanwhile, Cameron Khan leads from Jack O'Neill. Now, we saw Jack O'Neill have fantastic pace in the Enduros, but unfortunately he started a little bit too far down the order to make it matter and have any chance of a win. Well, here in the heat says, oh look, Cameron Khan's gone deep. He's gone deep. He's lost control on the brakes, and Jack O'Neill takes the lead.
Cameron Khan fights back at hairpin 2 though. Is he going to run too deep? That is a good move from Cameron Khan. So he may have made a mistake, but he's made up for it straight away.
He has indeed. But Cameron Khan back into the lead of the race. Jack O'Neill second, Andy O'Neill. But change for the lead again. Jack O'Neill takes the lead over from Cameron Khan. Sam Lovelace now up to third past Andy O'Neill. But Jack O'Neill, I think, Chris, after the disappointment that he had this morning in the Enduros, is on a bit of a mission here.
The full order then: O'Neill, Khan, Lovelace, Andy O'Neill, Swanell, O'Shaughnessy, Barrett, Manton, Wayne Jr., Dillon, Gula, Barnard, Noble, not having the best of runs. Ollie Manton's having a good run on his very first race. Ollie is up into 14th place. Then it's Roy, Bellamy, Bell, Westwood, Fenton, Bees, Leslie and Brunton. Of course, the latter three all running into pretty big problems.
I'll tell you one thing we've not seen a problem with today though, Chris, with all of this snow: track limits.
No, that's very true. Well, if they do go over track limits, then
they're going to get a nasty surprise.
Yeah, then it's just, well, it's no good, is it? So.
Oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, back with the leaders. Jack O'Neill.
Lovelace, I tell you what, I don't know what happened there, but Lovelace was, well, you had Khan shaking his head and Lovelace trying to go to the left and then to the right. O'Shaughnessy has set a new fastest lap.
I think there's a move for fourth place. I think Zach Swannell is challenging for that fourth place, and he may have got it as well as they come down the hill. No, it's still O'Neill ahead.
Yeah. Then you've got O'Shaughnessy, who's quickest on track, then Sam Barrett, who is...
Oh, contact with Lovelace there in third place. I think O'Neill got a little bit deep, and O'Shaughnessy is trying to get through as well. Everyone's getting very defensive through these corners. O'Shaughnessy's going to get a good run here on Swannell out of the corner, and O'Shaughnessy's through and into fifth.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy passed that Swannell there. Good bit of driving that. Now he's going to go after O'Neill. O'Neill, the one that seemed most concerned with the first hairpin, and I think it's shown there with a mistake, a rare mistake. O'Shaughnessy could still get a podium here. And likewise, Lovelace could still do something about Jack O'Neill.
End of lap 6. Jack O'Neill leads by 1.1 seconds. As up the inside goes Max O'Shaughnessy, and yes, he's taken fourth place away from Andy O'Neill there. So O'Shaughnessy is on the move.
Good driving this from O'Shaughnessy. How far away from a podium is he? Just under a second. Cameron Khan now trying to claw back the leader, Jack O'Neill. 1 second as they head down to hairpin 1. And I tell you what, Cameron Khan seems a lot more settled down now. Seems to have recovered from what was a tricky part of the race, but he is reeling in Jack O'Neill on this lap. I don't know if it's just because we're in the hairpins, it looks like they're closer than a second, but to me it certainly looks like Cameron Khan's on a flyer here.
Gotta say, we've not talked about him much, but Sam Barrett up there in 7th place, he's closing in as well on this battle. Once again, the lights really giving us the best entertainment of the round that we've had so far. It was the case in the Enduros, and once again here in the heats, they're really showing how it's done. Fastest lap of the race, Ben Leslie, a 1:12.882, but unfortunately he's well down out of this battle.
It's worth pointing out Sam Barrett wasn't at the first round either, so it makes this performance even more impressive from Barrett, and Zach Swannell will be the first one for him, and I think he's lining up the move as they go onto the bridge. Barrett trying to go past Zach Swannell. Off the bridge they go down towards the first hairpin. Looking over the shoulder there. Or is that Barrett that's now actually gone past think it might be, yeah. I think Barrett's made
Is it O'Neill? No, I think it's O'Neill ahead of Swanell. Swanell's gone right round the outside.
We must turn our attention back to the leaders, because look how close it is between the top 4. It's only 1 second first all the way back to 4th place here, so we have a real battle on with a minute plus a lap to go.
A lot of respect between these drivers, but all of them want to win this race. Jack O'Neill currently leads, Cameron Khan second, Sam Lovelace third. Max O'Shaughnessy has just set the fastest lap of the race. There's yellow flags out though for the stricken kart of Sam Barrett, so they can't do anything about it on this one. But Max O'Shaughnessy, a 1 minute 11.449, fantastic lap time from him. They are past this stricken kart now, so the battle is now back on, and O'Shaughnessy, Chris, looking very racy behind Lovelace.
Yeah, Lovelace in a tricky situation because he wants to go after a win, but at the same time he wants to hold on to a podium, so he is in a difficult situation, Sam Lovelace here, and whatever happens he's going to move up the championship. But what do? Do you defend to the flag, or do you take the risk and try and go for second?
We're on to the last lap of the day here for the lights for round 2 here at PFI. Jack O'Neill looking good. He's got a bit of clearance between himself and Cameron.
And there goes O'Shaughnessy up the inside at turn 2. He's trying to go for the move on Sam Lovelace, and he's made it. Good move that from O'Shaughnessy.
Well, that'll be a real kick in the teeth for Sam Lovelace, because that's a podium position gone now. Can Sam Lovelace fight back? As yellow flags out still for Sam Barrett's kart, so no overtaking through here. Jack O'Neill, can he hold on? Can he hold on for another victory in a heat final? He did it at Milton Keynes, and he's just half a lap away now from doing it here at PF International. Meanwhile, Cameron Khan has a look over the shoulder. He sees Max O'Shaughnessy there. We saw these two go hammer and tong in the Enduros, and here they are again. This is going to be down to the wire. Khan goes defensive from O'Shaughnessy. They're going out of our sight through the complex now, but it looks like Jack O'Neill is going to hold on for the win. It's going to be a drag race to the line for second place, but here comes Jack O'Neill round the final corner. He takes round 2 of the Light Heats Championship for Daytona DMAX for 2018, and it's second place to Cameron Khan, third place to Max O'Shaughnessy, fourth place to Sam Lovelace, who loses out on the last lap, so close for him. Fifth place for Zach Swanell, good result for him. Sixth for Andy O'Neill. Charlotte Manton should be pleased with 7th place. 8th place for Dante Dillon. A fantastic top 10 result. 9th place for Boyd Wayne Jr. 10th place was Evrim Gula. He's had a good day. 11th for James Barnard. 12th for Cameron Noble. 13th for Alistair Roy. No, in fact, 13th on the line was Mark Bellamy. 14th was Alistair Roy. 15th was Ollie Manton on his debut. A really good drive, that.
That is a good performance from Ollie, considering he was about 9 seconds off the pace in his Enduro in qualifying. He's bridged that gap now down to... wow. Well, he did a 1:13.9 compared to a 1:11.4. So
really good bit of progress.
It's from 9 seconds to 2.5 seconds. It's found 6.5 seconds.
Very, very impressive stuff. 16th place was Dylan Bell. 17th for Matthew Bees, who had an incident down at Hairpin 1. Stephen Westwood finishes 18th. 19th for Ben Leslie, who was out early on. Such a shame because he had some very good pace. 20th for Charlie Fenton. 21st for Fraser Brunton. And 22nd, and sadly a retirement, whilst running well in the top 10 for Sam Barrett.
Max, third place, very close race at the end there. Managed to just get on the podium. I guess you were a bit gutted perhaps that there wasn't more time on the clock.
Yeah, because considering on the outlap, something happened with my kart, so I had to come in, change it. I started last on the grid, so to be up in third place anyway in the short race is a good achievement.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic recovery. How do you keep calm when something like that happens?
Well, you just got to accept it and put your head down and concentrate on moving up through the pack.
Do you think it comes down to a bit of experience? Do you think being able to keep calm there?
A bit of experience, a bit of cart help, but it all adds up.
Good stuff. Well done today. Another podium for Max. Well done. Cameron, we've enjoyed watching you today. You've done some really good overtakes today. Have you gone?
Today, other than the weather, but
It sounds like it. Yeah. Have you been to PF much?
yeah, I did a bit of Junior X30 here in the past, so that's why I kind of know the track a bit. But I made a mistake in that race. That's why Jack come past, because I caught the snow.
Yeah.
And I come off.
Tell us a little bit more about that. Just what going into the chicane, was it?
I've gone left and I hit the apex and it unsettled the cart. So then, as I've hit the brakes, it's caught the snow and just dragged me out onto the grass. And then Jack come past.
Shit.
We kept a good, nice race until the checkered flag.
Do you think that cost you the win?
Yeah.
Thanks, he's honest.
Well, let's ask Jack. Well done, Cameron. Jack, come up.
You look warm.
Am I looking warm?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll make it short this interview, don't worry. I'll be like half an hour speech of, you know.
We can be here for as long as you like. Brilliant start to the season for yourself. I can imagine you got experience at Rye House, so you're looking strong so far.
Yeah, it was. First 2 rounds been really good. The final there, didn't really expect to win, to be honest. And you know, on balance, Cameron's probably right. If he didn't have that moment, he probably wouldn't have won the race. It was just, when you're in the lead, it's very difficult to manage it if the track's always changing in terms of different tricky conditions and stuff. The only reason I got by people was because they were falling by the wayside. So actually, it sort of made it quite easy. But no, overall, fantastic today.
I mean, there were 4 of you for the lead, but there was sort of 1 lap towards the end where you just extended your lead, and I think that was enough then to make it a battle for second rather than for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. There was yellow flags as well, I think, and you always worry as well about how fast people are going to go. And I looked around, I was like, Cameron, I'm watching you. You don't go any faster. So that was, yeah, it was managed to bring it home at the end. Also got to thank my legion of fans here today. I've got many here. You know, they're all the directors of Sussex Caravan Centre, and they have agreed to extend my sponsorship contract for a further,
brilliant.
for a further couple of years. So overall, that's a when was that? 6 months. Oh, 6 months. That's all. So I'm going to be here.
It's gone down during this interview.
I was going to say, yeah, I think to negotiate on again, don't I, already? But hey, good job all round. Looking forward to Rye.
Well done. Go negotiate that. It's got to get back up to 2 years. What's happened there? They've made you look a right mug. Well done, Jack. Another win. Andrew.
Nearly fell off the edge there.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
That was a good race, though, wasn't it?
It was. Love the lights. They always put on a really, really good show for us here at Daytona DMAX. They showed it again. Even in these conditions, these tough, let's be honest, horrible conditions for all the drivers, the marshals, the staff, everyone here today. I think they've left everyone going home with a, I won't say a warm feeling, it is that cold, but no, a good feeling nonetheless.
Well, we're back again in a month. Of course, we always race the 3rd Sunday of every month, so if you want to race at the next round, or indeed any round, we go up and down the country for the championship. We still have 8 rounds left, head over to our website, daytonamax.co.uk.